And one more video, of course, as I think I'm done, and then they pull me right back in. Anyways, the old coot here, coming back at you with another exciting video. Emergency lights, right? Hurricane lights, sometimes they're called emergency lights, whatever you have a power outage, whatever you need to light a candle because you don't have any light in the house. Maybe you forgot to put batteries in your flashlights or whatever. These, in my opinion, are honestly the best bang for the buck, which is what this channel was created for about 7 some odd years ago. My God, it's been that long. I'm an old man. I'm getting old. I got my prescription bifocals over there. Anyways, the old coot, go figure. So 300 pack. You can also buy these in a 200 pack. You can buy them in a 100 pack. You can buy them in 8-hour, right? Meaning each candle will last 8 hours, or you can buy 6-hour. You can also buy 4-hour. Honestly, this really, you buy in bulk. This was the best bang for the buck. Highest quality, lowest price, especially in an emergency. As long as you have a lighter or some matches, you're good to go. Here's some warnings, right? All the good stuff. This particular brand, I will put links down below in the description, also in the comment section. This particular brand, this particular company, I think honestly was the best bang for the buck. So if you take, let's say you take 8 hours, right? 24 hours would be 3 candles, right? So 3 of these would be 24 hours. Most of the candles that you see, the really tall ones, like the devotion candles they're called, or sometimes they're called sanctuary candles, like 8-day sanctuary candle, 6-day sanctuary candle. Let's say a 6-day sanctuary candle, you would need 18 of these to equal 6 days worth of one of those sanctuary candles. Those sanctuary candles are actually more expensive than these were. 18 of these, when you do all the math, is actually less expensive than one of the really tall candles. The benefit of having these are paraffin free, right? This is what the box looks like. So you get a large amount of them. Not too many were like damaged. Like there's a little dent in this one. Whoop-de-doo. It's nothing major to cry over or whatever. But most of these actually came pretty well shipped. You got a little bit of a dent there too on that one. But I mean, come on. For the vast majority of these being in good shape or whatever, I would say it's definitely worth it. By the way, when you do burn your candles, make sure you leave some space between something combustible, right? I think that's over here somewhere. One of these there you go. One of these warning labels. Make sure you do leave a little bit of space. But the benefit of the paraffin free, so these are made out of, I think it's palm wax or palm oil. The benefit of being paraffin free is that you don't get any soot. There's no weird smell. You don't get the eye burning, right? You don't get the nauseousness or the choking feeling. Paraffin, right? Just regular paraffin looks like these. These are the cheapo ones. These are the ones that you buy that you think you're saving money, but you're actually spending more money. Like when you factor out the hours and the time and all that stuff. Literally half the size, right? So if you look at the size comparison, these are going to burn for about 45 minutes. If you're lucky, sometimes you get an hour out of them, but 45 minutes versus these burn for 8 hours. So in an emergency situation, right? Earthquake, power outage, hurricane, fire, flood, whatever you name it, fire, you'd be out of the house. But what I'm trying to get at is in a power shutoff where you need some light. These are actually pretty good. I'm not in total darkness right now. Let me turn the lights off. But I mean, you do get a decent amount of light out of them. Obviously, if you lit 20 of them, you'd probably get more light out of them. Always make sure that you're getting the best thing you can. That's what this channel is all designed for, right? Highest quality, lowest price, but also the best bang for the buck when it comes to this kind of stuff. So think about it. You could buy the cheapo ones. If the power goes out, they're going to last you 45 minutes. What if the power's out for 3 days? Just think about that kind of stuff. Buy in bulk is my recommendation. This video is designed for entertainment purposes only. This is just my opinion. But keeping a box of these like in a dry, cool storage place, I'm pretty sure these things will last for years, without you having to do anything to them. But in an emergency, take a few out and put a couple lighters here, or take a few out and put it, take like a row out and just stick some matches in there. So that way the matches are with the candles. That way in an emergency, you can just light a couple up, see what's going on in your place, or whatever, that kind of vibe. But anyways, you get the idea. So benefits, the paraffin free ones, the ones that are made from palm oil, palm wax, you get an 8-hour, right? They come in different hourly, containers. Like the 6-hour would just be a little bit shorter, and then the 4-hour would be a little bit shorter than that. But there's 8-hour, 6-hour, 4-hour available. You get smoke free. There's no soot. There's no weird smell. Like I can be this close to these and my eyes don't water or burn. Whereas if I lit these, if I lit the actual paraffin ones, my eyes would be burning right now. Soot would be coming up. You would start seeing black smoke. I get nauseous whenever I'm in a room filled with like the paraffin wax ones. These are paraffin free. Also, the way you know when you do get your box, the way you know that these are the actual paraffin free palm wax or palm oil ones is they're kind of pasty. See the texture? They're kind of quote unquote waxy, right? Waxy or pasty. So you get that texture. The paraffin ones, the cheapo ones, if you notice the color difference as well, these are more yellow. Like here, I'll take one out so you can kind of see. These have just a little slight tinge, right? This is the paraffin free ones. These have like a little slight small tinge of yellow to them, whereas these are just opaque white, like straight up white. Also, you can pull these out of the tins, like in one pull. It's a solid chunk of paraffin wax. Whereas these, because they're pasty or they're waxy, you can't really pull them out of the container. So that's another good telltale sign. That's at room temperature, right? 68 degrees, 72 degrees or so. I mean, obviously, if it's a hot summer day, everything's going to be melted anyways. If it's a cold day, these will probably firm up even more. But at room temperature, these tend to be very like you can tell with your finger, like pasty waxy, whereas these are more like a solid chunk of paraffin wax. Anyways, I hope this video out there helps someone. I hope we never have to go through emergency situations like this, but sometimes you do. But I know that I'm covered. If the power goes out, like here in Southern California, we just had that major firestorm thing happen last month. Here in Southern California, at least I know I'm covered. I'm going to stick these in a cool, dry place. If something ever happens, I've got plenty for me, maybe my neighbors, maybe some friends that I know that, are local and they need some kind of light or whatever. Batteries run out quick, emergency situations, earthquakes, that kind of stuff. Buy them, keep them, save them whenever you need them. Also, if you're doing any kind of wedding, special occasion, whatever, I think these are the better option because your guests will probably like you more because they don't get the burning eyes. They don't get the soot. They don't get the weird smell. Paraffin has this weird, paraffin comes from petroleum products. Think gasoline, right? Plastics. That's basically the same family that this wax is coming from. Whereas this side, it's a palm tree, palm oil, palm wax, you get the idea. Soy, I know that question came up in another video. Yeah, you could go the soy route. So candles that are made from soybeans, you could go that route. I found the soybean was just a little more expensive than the palm oil ones were, or the palm wax oil ones were. So this honestly is lowest price, highest quality, at least, best bang for the buck, a good blend of the two. That's why I went with these. Links are down below in the description, also in the comment section. I'm the Old Coot. I'll catch you all in the next exciting video.